Hey guys, Grassman here. Today we're doing two things. First thing I want to do is I want to talk about something interesting I've been doing with the PS2. I'm gonna tell like an interesting story. That's the first thing, and then at some point we'll say, I don't know, 8 minutes. If you want to skip to the actual, well, I don't know about 8 minutes. I don't know if it'll take that long. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Skip to 5 minutes if you want me to just get straight into the game. Sure. It'll end up being like 3 minutes or something. But I'm talking about like this specific thing, and I'm gonna just try a couple different things. But I don't think it'll take the full 20 minutes. So I figure there's enough time for the story. So, when I was a kid, I've been playing video games since I was like 1 or 2. The first games I played were like computer games, Age of Empires, Roads of Rome, Insane Aquarium, some online games. Also the PS3 on which we played Final Fantasy 1. We had 2 but it didn't work. And later on, we also had a Wii, which the original Wii games, it was just like Mario Kart, Super Mario Party. Eventually I started playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Donkey Kong Country Returns. A couple other games, but I've been playing a lot of games for a lot of my life, ever since I was a kid. We also had a PS2. Apparently we actually had 2 of them, but the main PS2. The main PS2 had games like Smuggler's Run, X-Men Legends, which was another game I had played for a long time. X-Men was one of my favorite games. So now I'm coming back to the PS2s. We haven't played them for a while, and it's one of those like big old TVs. Like when you think of when you think of like 1980s, 1990s TVs where it's like some box on I guess 4 legs maybe, or just on a stand, but it's just some weird box. Ours is like that, but bigger. It is metal, or metal or plastic or something, but it's quite big. It's really heavy. I don't know what size is appropriate to compare it to. If you take like a modern take like a modern flat screen TV, and then cut the size by a third, cut off a third of the size, and then make it square, and that's how big the TV is. It's about that high, about that wide, and square, and the pixels are giant. So that's the TV we played. That was the original TV for the PS1, PS2, or PS3, PS2, and Wii. Eventually we got the big screen TV and we hooked the PS3 and the TV after that, and the Wii and the PS2 were still in the small one. That's kind of always how it's been, and even after moving to a new house with a projector now, 3 minutes already, even after moving to a new house with the projector, we kind of just hooked up the Wii to the projector. But we still have that small TV and the PS2. We also have a second PS2. So, and Final Fantasy X, I should mention, one of my favorite games of all time. I also played that on the PS2. So, the PS2, we thought kind of stopped working. We thought it was the cords or the TV at first, because it was having weird connection problems. It was still playable. Recently, it stopped working completely. It didn't stop working. The game was actually fine, and after some troubleshooting, we determined it's not the cords, it's not the TV. The game is working fine, but the graphics are ruined. The graphics are, not loading properly at all. Final Fantasy X, it's up screen, but it's 1/16th of the size, and it does just, 16 copies of it. So it's a 4 down, 4 across or something, or 6 across, 4 down, something crazy like that. And then half screen to the bottom, so the whole graphics are messed up. And for X-Men, it somewhat works. The game it's often words. Words are completely screwed up. The upgrade menu is, completely screwed up. So words almost never work. The upgrade menu doesn't work. And it's all just graphics that don't work. And the actual game, all the textures are, totally broken. So the graphics are very much broken, and it's unclear why. But the actual gameplay is working just fine. The game works, and for Wolverine, the first things I would always do is get sharpness and healing factor. Because you want Wolverine's healing right off the bat to be able to, fight Mystique well. And, play the game. So, sharpness and healing factor. And I remember, those ones had 5 upgrade slots, and the other ones around it only had 3. So I was actually able to see where each upgraded point, it's usually a square that turns red or blue when you upgrade it. The squares were the squares were replaced with dots, but I could see 5 dots compared to 3, and I was actually able to get healing factor and sharpness. And I could tell my health was going up. Even though I can't usually see the health bars, I could tell the health was going up. So, probably like a minute or two left in the story. So currently, I am playing through X-Men with the game completely graphically broken. Like, the textures are glitching in and out, I can't see my health bar. The characters are like, my characters are black. They're just completely black as if they're consumed by the darkness, but I can see like the rings around them, so I know where they are. The enemies are half the time invisible, half the time missing the skins, or replaced with some other skin, and then occasionally the whole screen will like glitch, half of it'll cut away, and I can properly see the enemy skins in the other half, along with a whole bunch of mess. And it's completely glitchy. The whole thing's a total mess, but the gameplay is working fine, but the graphics, like, don't work at all. So I'm relying heavily on my knowledge and memory of the level to actually make it work. And it's funny, because both PS2s are experiencing the exact same problem. My mum's got a theory it's the transistors, and it might just need to run for a little while. It has been running, though, and the graphics haven't improved, so maybe it's that, because they, like, clear the footage. But it seems like the graphics are just broken, so we might need new graphics cards or something. But it's quite funny, because I am, like, somewhat successfully playing through X-Men on the PS2 with completely broken graphics, to the point where I can't see the health, the enemies are occasionally invisible, and the floor is often missing. And I am successfully playing through the game. I've got through the first 2, like, areas, the first 4 boss fights, the first 2 missions for 4 boss fights, and now I'm going into the Nightcrawler flashback. If anyone's played the game, you'll know what that is. But now that we're at 7 minutes, for anyone who skipped here, welcome back. That was an interesting story, just, you know, I wanted to share that, because it's a really weird thing. The graphics are completely busted on the PS2s, but it's funny because the gameplay is working, so I'm going to keep playing through that. I'll probably keep you updated on my progress. I think there's probably about 20 missions. I know there's like 4 or 5 flashbacks, and probably about another 15 to 20 missions. So I'll keep you updated on my progress. But that's very funny, because the graphics are completely broken. And I do want to go back to Final Fantasy X. But back to the actual game now. I'll probably talk about this more in other videos as I progress through the game. So, what was I testing? What's this? If we go here, turn on challenge mode, look at Greed Mission 6, or Task 2C. Clear Mission 6, you ship prototype, earn exactly 321 money. Apparently, according to some guy in the comments, this one has not yet been done. And I tried it myself. It seems mathematically impossible. Even if clear mission is wrong. So first off, looking at everything properly, ship prototype, I've got it here. And I've actually set it up with all these like crosses, so the money is an option. So we can add money if we need. You ship prototype, earn exactly 321 money. If we have challenge mode on and none of these things, how much money do we earn off mission 6? Let's just put it like this and let's watch. Let's see, how much money do we earn? We earn 300, so we're 21 short. Now what happens if we add just one of these? And I have already experimented, it does not matter if you put it in a different position. But if we add even just one, look what happens. Just waiting for it to finish. It's just 10 blocks, so each one gives specifically 30. 390, way over. So what do? Well, first off, clearing it is impossible. So my first wonder was, can we add money? What's 21 off 300? Well, 21 divided by 3 is 7, so can we add 7% money? Well, no, not quite. If we go here, there's 10, there's all like divisible by 10s, and down here there's an 11, 12, 13, and 14, but none of that will give us 7. So nothing here, even if we were allowed to use them, works. Nothing in the hexagons, as far as I'm aware, will work either. So what else could there be? Well, what if clear isn't the right word? What if they actually mean finish? Well, looking at those possibilities, what if we add more? So we know breaking all of them is too much. But what if we leave one? What if we don't break one? So what if we get every single one except for one? Now let's finish. What do we get? 351. And if we subtract another one, it puts us too low. And if you do this out, if we add another one, I've got room for plenty of these. I've already done a whole bunch of it. So now we're going to leave 2. We'll try this. And I will just cut to the chase after this one. None of this works. So here we will get 406. If we cut 3 instead, we're going to get a similar result. So, break those ones. So if we cut 3, still not there. And again, we'll go under. I've tried this for every amount of these things, with every amount of blocks broken, nothing works. So even if we put every single one in, it doesn't work. The other thing I tried is the minus 70%. What if just playing the mission is what he means? What if it's not clear? What if it's not finished? What if it's just play the mission and earn that much money? Well, then we can lose 70% by dying, meaning we can get at most 9. So we can get so 321, and we want something minus 70% is 321. So if I pull up the calculator, I believe it was 1,070. Minus 70% is 321. So we need 1,070 money. Can we hit that? So using all but 1, we're using 5. We're going to skip out on every single block, all but 1, because we need to die. We need to be able to crash into the 1. Now we'll just ram it from the side. Money earned, 301. So we're close, but not quite. If we add in our last one, this is the only other possibility, because we can't break that last block. Otherwise, we can't fail. If we could break that last block and fail, it might actually work. I'm not quite sure if it would. We can test that. Now let's see what happens if we have the one more, though. 391, so it's too much now. So the other option is like take that out, do this, and now break everything. And do we get 1,070? Do we maybe just have to find a way to fail? Well, I believe it still won't work. I believe I did test all this yesterday. Because I meant to do this on video, but then I got really into it. So no, 1114. So even if we could find a way to fail, we can't hit the number anyway. So next question. Is there anything that adds or subtracts money? Nope. Nothing here, nothing here. And I'll cut to the chase. I've looked at them all already. And I've even tested some of them. This is the only one that affects money. Even this one doesn't affect money. The mission does not say anything about legendary items, and I do not have those unlocked. If the legendary items affect money, that is a possibility. Legendary items, if they affect money, which I don't know if they do, might be the solution to solving it. If any of them affect money, then that's probably the solution to it. It does not say do not use legendary items like many of the other challenges do. Many of them don't use legendary, don't use legendary, don't use legendary, and 2 more up here. But Greed, apparently 2C has never been done yet, and I tested it yesterday. It does not seem possible with at least what I have. It may be possible with legendary items. Mission 11 with the family cruiser and that much money also seems impossible, as I've brung up as we've looked at one of the other videos. And the alien seeker with no more than 373 money also seems impossible because of a certain thing to the AoE. So at the moment, all 3 greed challenges seem impossible. And I don't know if they can, they all seem impossible and I don't know what to do. I assume the developers are gonna, do something about this. And maybe there's online videos that I could probably, look up how to do the first 2. Because apparently they've been done. But, we're gonna move on to Honor and Insanity during these ones. And I think next time we might also go back to one of the other things. Either, pushing further and, we might test legendary items or something next time. Because I'm getting close in the... I didn't mean to do that. We are getting close in the worlds. I got a max tier. I'm at 453, and we need to hit 500. So I just need to push a little further. And here I'm able to get 11 per time. It's still better than farm other ways, but I'm going to keep improving that ship. But at the moment, we're going to continue. So when we when we do continue these challenges, we'll to get skipped straight to honor, and we're going to see if I can do one of them now. Finish mission 10 with a radio seeker. Legendary. Don't use legendary items. Only a single shot. Radio seeker on mission 10. Let's take a look at mission 10. Let's do some recon. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30-ish. There's something like 30. This will do 1 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They each have 11 health. 30 times 11 is what we're looking for. So 30 times 11 is 3,030. Nope. 330. So 330. So we need... So with Radio Seeker, we need to make a single projectile that can do 330 damage. And it specifically says, fire only a single shot. This thing's fire rate is 12.7, so that's not going to be possible. We can definitely make it so we only deal damage with 1 shot. But fire 1 shot isn't going to be possible. Because of all the pieces, there's no way to fire only a single shot. Like, increasing the speed's not going to do anything. Like, we can't single clear it without using crazy amounts of AoE, which we don't have. We don't have anything... I have to end the video before we do this. I'll build the setup for, like, the next video or something, or one of the next videos. Whenever we do this next, I'll build the setup for it. We could use these. Damage triple but random direction. That could actually work. If we use enough of these, and make it kind of just go all over the place, we could make it so the damage triples enough. Because we're looking for, what, 330? So if we can triple to above 330 and give it the Pierce ability, continues with the damage, and make it go straight, we could make it go through and only... We would just have to have it, like, get lucky. Because it's shooting in 3 random directions. So we just have to get lucky to only fire 1 shot, and for it to be strong enough to pierce through, and then we rush through as fast as we can, following the bullet. And we probably want to give it a speed increase, so it can go as fast as it can, and we can get up there before it fires a second bullet. So that's the strategy I'm going to use. But we don't have time to actually do that today. So I'm going to build it for next time, and that's when I'll see you. So, we'll continue with Honor next time. Hope you enjoyed. So do beware that greed seems... All 3 of them at the moment seem impossible. The first 2, I believe, became impossible after some, like, AoE change, apparently. And the third one's just always been impossible. So, yeah. I'll see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you next time, where we'll... let me just say this 5 times. I'll see you next time, where we'll continue the Honor. Bye, guys.